Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. We're only 8 weeks away from UFC 325, and with me today, we've got an absolute warrior, and it's an absolute privilege to have him in the studio with us today, Dan Hooker. What's going on, brother?
Pumped.
Hey, how you feeling?
Nah, feeling good. Over here for Sydney to announce, the tickets are going on sale. It's going to be a sellout. It's going to be a massive card, close to home. I was just, pumped to get an opportunity to be a part of this card.
So you're obviously a proud Kiwi, but I think it's fair to say us Aussies want to claim you. We've claimed Russell Crowe. I think you're the next bloke. You said it's close to home. Is it a bit more meaningful, this fight?
Oh, 100%. I haven't fought this side of the world for the longest time. I'm considering this like a hometown fight. I'm considering this. When you walk out in Australia, it's just deafening. Like, the crowds here are better than anywhere on the world. You go, and then the early fights, usually on the other cards in Vegas and that, there's about 12 people in the arena. Yeah. You get over to Australia, it's packed. First fight of the night, it's packed. And the boys get some beers in early. Yeah. By the time it gets to the main card and the co-main main event, I'm expecting a pretty rowdy crowd.
I'll take you love a beer as well.
You would be correct.
I love that.
If you're a betting man.
I love that. And what's the mindset going into this fight? Obviously, you're still wearing the bruises from your last fight. How are you approaching this one?
Yeah, obviously, that's like the funny position you're in. You're like sitting there and you'll be all upset about it. And then you remember you got a new fight. And we're in the sport where you can just turn it around like that. You're as good as your last fight. You're a loser until you win again. I'm looking to get out there. BSD, number 8. He's on a good little streak at the moment. He's hungry. He wants to be champ. He's talking a big game. So coming into this fight, I'm just looking to just destroy his hopes and dreams. That's really all I'm going out there to do is put a lot of hurt on him. I'm going to get hurt myself. The fans are going to get their money's worth. Do
you love that kind of fighter? Like, you want to just go toe-to-toe with someone? Because you are king of the scraps. Let's face it.
I do. Yeah, like especially after the last fight, a year and a half layoff, get out there with the number 1 contender that everyone seems to be avoiding. But that's me. That's my approach to it. If I'm fit and healthy, I want to fight the best guy I can possibly get my hands on, and I've been doing that my whole career. It's not the smartest way to approach the sport. Yeah. The guys you see, getting up there and sneaking their way through, they kind of pick their opponents at the right times and this and that, but that's just not how I do business. I like to get the hardest guy, the guy no one wants to fight, and say, now, huge opportunity. Yeah, so you hold no fear in that regard. You just love to fight anyone. Just a bit of fisticuffs. Yeah. Just a bit of fisticuffs. Yeah, bumps and scrapes and bruises and broken bones and stuff, but they all heal. Like,
with that approach, you're pretty good with those ears there. Like, you got no cauliflowers, but you look at Benoît Saint-Denis, he's got the worst ears I've ever seen. Does that make him even more dangerous?
What, because he's ugly? I'm definitely the better looking of the two.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to agree on that.
That goes without saying. Yeah, I didn't really even know who I was fighting. I got caught up. You want to fight on Sydney? I see on Sydney. So then watching the UFC, and I see it all getting announced, the phone's blowing up. I saw his ugly mug, and I said, that's a very punchable face for me.
Have you ever taken something personally? Like, obviously, in the lead-up to a fight, there's a bit of theatre and some verbal exchanges here and there. Has there ever been a moment where you took it personal with a fighter?
Took it personal? Nah, none of these guys.
There's some shit spoken.
None of these guys can get out of my skin. Yeah, like I'm still old school. I'm Malvi, and I say I'm going to punch his head in, and I say I'm going to knock his head off, and inflict damage on his stuff. But that's not anything that you can take personally. Like, you don't talk about people's family or religion. You stay away from stuff like that. That's old school. This is fighting as entertainment. If we all just sit around umming and ahhing and grabbing a hold of each other, what are we watching? Exactly, we're looking for guys that are going to go out there. They're going to shoot their shot. They're going to call out for what they're going to do. And put on exciting fights.
That's what we want, brother. You're in a similar position to Volk as well, and there's a question floating around that
we're old.
Yeah, but I'm 35, so I take offence to that as well, brother. But how you approach this fight, is this your last fight? Do you have that in the back of your mind somewhere?
God no. I can't imagine. Yeah. We'll say maybe 40. We'll pencil. 40? I'll pencil 40 in. Whew. I reckon, but mate, I'll be down the pub 50 years old, 60 years old, smacking people around. This is what I do.
I love that. Is coaching ever on the menu, like after you retire?
Yeah, but nah. No, like I run my own fight show, so that's the next on the list. Yeah, when I can't fight myself, I'll make other people fight.
Well, that was the next on my list of questions. You got this backyard brawls going on. How's that been?
Nah, it's pumped. Like it's just it's
taken off, huh?
It's just a cool idea that I had, and it's just exploded and kind of grown really natural. I got another show going down this weekend. It'll be a fun one. It's because I had the thought, you know, Christmas coming up for dads, and then to give $50,000 to a dad. So to sign up for this one, you have to be a dad, and you have to have never stepped in a ring, kickboxing, MMA, boxing, amateur boxing, nothing.
I could
so
tick two of those boxes.
you can never have stepped in a ring. You have to be a dad, and we got some big bangers, heavyweights going down. And one lucky dad's going to walk away with $50,000.
Yeah, I can tick two of those boxes, but let me tell you, I don't got the balls to ever tick them. That's why I salute you.
There's some big boys in there.
How does that work? Like, do you guys do it by weight class? Like, what do you, or just go
I bought it.
Really?
It's some big. I think the lightest boy we checked it, he's like 80, 84. I think how heavy is like 130.
Oh, that's mental.
So there's a bit of a mix.
Where are you hosting this event? Are you hosting in someone's backyard, your own backyard?
That's the secret. That's the secret. The secret. A magician never reveals his tricks.
Fair enough.
You don't know till you know.
Fair enough. And were you a leaguey or a union boy growing up?
Yeah, leaguey. My whole family's leaguey. My dad and uncles and stuff all play leagues. So yeah, my family's a league family.
If I was going to pick a team, who'd you support? Is it an obvious one?
Well, I have to.
You have to say it.
I have to go with up the wires.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. You don't have to. Hey. I know you're an Auckland boy, so it's...
obviously in New Zealand, Kai is a huge part of the Warriors taking their wrestling and running through that. So we see all the Warriors boys down the gym, and they're all doing great.
Beautiful, brother. And your training camp, I'm sure you've got some crazy stories that you can share with us, because obviously you're pretty intense in the octagon on fight night. I want to know what goes behind the scenes. Talk to me. You got anything for me?
Behind the scenes, yeah, I'm back in the gym Monday. Yeah, that's the funny thing about the last one. I stopped drinking beers and then get my butt kicked. So I don't know what to do. My manager's saying, don't go back to drinking beers, but that's a secret recipe. It might be my secret recipe.
What was if we're going to talk about your last fight, what was the game plan going into that fight? Were you always looking to take him to the ground, or were you always wanting to? Yeah,
I knew that he was going to try and grab a hold of me and kind of hold me there. Yeah, he's very good at some positions, and he's a very slippery man. He was a very hard man to get a good grip on to escape.
He's been calling out Ilya. Who would win that fight, you reckon?
Oh, I think there's a reason that Ilya doesn't really want to get in the octagon with him. I think Hangman's a problem, and it's everyone in the division is kind of ducking him at the moment. You know, Ilya's taking some time off, and then the other two don't want to fight him. Paddy and Gagey, they both don't want to fight Hangman, so now they're fighting each other. So he's kind of just left in the lurch. Maybe I'll get past BSD, and I think I'll be the only guy to put my hand up to run it back with Hangman. Who cares?
So, like, that shouldn't be the case, because, like, the best should fight the best, true? But is that one thing you would want to change?
It's entertainment. It's entertainment. Like, Paddy's good on the microphone. He plays the game well. Obviously, Gagey is the human highlight reel. He's big knockouts. He always puts on incredible fights. So it's an exciting fight for the fans.
If we're going to talk about Diego and Volk, is Diego the right fit for Volk for this upcoming fight?
It's just, I don't feel like there's too many things that Diego can add to his game in that shorter space of time. You know, it's a pretty quick turnaround from the first one, where I feel like Volk, you know, it was a tough fight, but Volk had too many tools. I don't see anything, you know, Diego couldn't adjust to get past him. Volk bashes him. Yeah. 5 rounds, Volk bashes him. I'll be sitting in the crowd, I'll jump over, I'll hang out with the fans and drink some beers, sit back and watch Volk hold on to his title. All right,
for you, 8 weeks' time, when you're stepping in the octagon, how's it going to play out?
How's it going to play out? Do a little bit of training. I'm already fit, I'm already sharp. Do a little bit of training, get out there. And I'm more excited for fight week. Like, it's going to be an incredible fight week. Obviously, Tai Tuivasa's on the card.
That's awesome. Top
to bottom, there's like 5 or 6 city kickboxing guys, so there'll be a huge team of us. I know every one of the boys up the whole card, so it's just going to be a wild one. I might come a bit earlier, watch everyone else's, and sit around and enjoy the show.
Beautiful. And when I take you to training camp, what do you love about it most? Like, what's your training camp schedule look like? Out of the studio, we're talking about you train 7 days a week.
Yeah, city kickboxing 7 days a week. I think most of the boys they get Sunday off for that first half of camp, but I don't think I should be out of the gym. I don't think I should be unsupervised for longer than 24-hour period.
Why?
Get back in the gym.
Why not? Why can't you be trusted?
Bit of a menace.
I don't get that at all. I don't get that at all.
So I like to stay in the gym and be accountable 7 days a week.
Who you be sparring with?
Yeah, the whole gang's back. We've got Carlos Olberg's back, Israel Adesanya's back. All the boys are training hard over in Navajo. A few more other boys that's still clamoring to be a part of the Sydney card.
Yeah, do you see anyone coming out of City Kickboxing Gym as well? Like someone we don't know about that's flying under the radar?
A lot. I feel like there's two to keep your eyes on. They're opening the show at UFC Sydney. There's Aaron Toe and Lawrence Liu there. They made the road to UFC finals. So they're the two first fights of the night, and they'll be fighting for UFC contracts. So I'll keep your eye on those boys.
Done, will do, brother. And is it true that you were sparring one session in camp and you decided not to wear a mouth guard and you got your tooth kicked in? Is that true?
No, I lost it. I lost it for like a year and a half. I couldn't find it. So I don't generally spar with a mouth guard. And then it was like the last week of training, and then I got clipped and I smashed my front tooth out. And no, I'd actually found my mouth guard that morning.
Yeah.
But it was still had like caked on blood because I hadn't worn it since this fight. This fight over here, I hadn't worn it since this one, so it was caked in blood. And I thought, well, I better wash it before I put it in.
I think that's smart.
Yeah, it's smart. So I didn't wear it that day. The day I found it, and I got my front tooth smashed out.
Which one was it?
It's fake anyway. I had it knocked out when I was 13 in a fight. So it's been gone for a while now. It's had a few remodels over the years.
Well, it's looking good, cuz. Thank God. Has fighting always been part of your DNA?
Yeah, obviously, I don't feel like anymore. It's kind of just a part of New Zealand culture. I don't feel like people say that. They're like, "Did you get in fights growing up?" And I'm like, no more than anyone else I was growing up with. It just was like, it's just what we do. It's just how we sorted things out. And then, like, playing rugby league, that's pretty much a fight in itself. Like, getting out there and crashing into each other is a fight without the punching. That's pretty much all rugby league is. And then, man, since 18 years old, this is all I've known. I'm 35. I've been doing this professionally since I was 19, since a teenager. It's all I know. It's all I want to do. It's all I do.
All right, I love that. And for Christmas, obviously you're training now up for UFC 325. You're going to indulge at all? You're going to spend some time with the family, or is that a sacrifice?
That's the beauty of the last camp. Like, weight's all good. We're already fit. Weight's all good. So it's really just stay in the gym and go through the process. But yeah, my family's coming over here. My wife and my kids are coming over because she's from Sydney. So
is she?
Yeah. So she's coming over here, spending the holidays with her family over here. So I'll just hang back and put my head down. But yeah, as I say, I've been doing this my whole life. It's not the first Christmas and it won't be the last.
Yeah, you're one of the most lovable characters of the UFC. If there's one fight you could replay, well, I know what my pick would be, but I want to see your pick. Which one would you replay?
Which one would I replay? I don't want to do any of them again.
Well, selfishly,
that's the beauty of it, is that you go into a fight thinking, man, I'm just going to bash him the whole time.
I never want to see him again.
I'm going to get out and I'm never going to see him again. I know you're thinking of Dustin Poirier, but now I know what we're going to do to each other. I'm like, oh no, here we go again.
Does that play? But I don't take that it plays on your mind much, like you individually, because like you embrace that. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Like, it's like that's me. I know things are stupid and I still do them. That's that's the beauty. There's the Poirier fight. You can hear my coach in the corner just going, "Dad, step back," and I'm thinking in my head, I'm going, no. He's screaming at me, losing his voice, and he's thinking I can't hear him. I can hear you. Don't get me wrong. This is a decision.
What are the threats that Benoît might bring to this next fight?
I have to watch him fight. I haven't seen him fight before.
You've never seen him fight?
Well, no, I got 7-8 weeks to have a little look around.
Yeah.
I've never seen him. I've never seen him fight.
Do you do much film on your upcoming opponents to see?
Yes and no. I'll have a little look, but that really comes down to your coaches. Like, I've got the best coaches in the world, so they do do all that study. That gets boring.
Yeah.
I'll sit there, watch it, and I'll watch him for 2 minutes. I'll be like, yeah, I'll bash this bloke. And then
Just lick your lips.
yeah, easy, I'll bash this bloke.
Is it hard to adapt to certain styles as well, being a fighter?
I think just like, because I've been doing it so long, that you can adjust your skills to regardless of kind of who you're facing. But I feel like he's the same. He'll come a little harder, but yeah, he'll be looking to put me on the ground. But it's my job to make it an exciting fight.
Which I'm sure you will be. Is there any regrets that you've had throughout your career, any moments you'd love to have back?
Not a single one. Nah, because like even in your losses, like building yourself back up and running through that process just makes you like mentally stronger and mentally tougher. I describe it as like, because people are like, they ask you like, oh, how are you so tough, get through all these injuries and hurt in fights and keep on fighting. I like to say it's like a callus I've built over time, you know?
Yeah.
We were both to run our finger on a blade. It's like if every day I show up to the gym, I do my training, I work hard, I fight hard. Like over those years, that's a long time in the game that I've built like a very long callus. So I feel like this sport just makes you tough. Any sport consistently over a long period of time just makes you tough.
Because I remember like just watching your highlights. I remember one fight in particular, you had a massive gash and you're like, I love it. And I'm just like looking at the TV screen.
I did media and they said, can we run through a few of your scars, and you talk about your scars. I was like, well, lucky I covered most up with tattoos, but I said, here up, I lost count at 100. I stopped counting them on my face.
Did you ever like have a role model like growing up when you wanted to decide to take this professionally? Anyone you wanted to mold your game off? Or
yeah, that's it. I didn't get into fighting. Watching the UFC or watching fighters. I watched Kimbo Slice.
Yes. How can we forget that bloke?
So people are like, where did your fight show 1 minute scraps? Like the ideas from that come from?
This is where the backyard tournaments come.
I watch bum fights, Kimbo Slice, and felony fights. If you haven't seen them, don't watch them. You don't need it.
You know what, I'm actually keen to hear this answer from you. If the next Dan Hooker is going to come about.
Hey, no one wants to. No kids.
Well, you never know.
No kids sitting in the gym going, when I grow up, I want to be Dan.
Hey, you never know. You'd be surprised, man.
He's a mad little man, and I say, you keep him away from the gym. You put him, stay. That's it. You have kids come up to me, and they're just like, oh, I'm 15, I'm training.
Yeah.
Like, what should I do? And I say, hey, young fella, like, how do I be a UFC fighter? And I say, hey, stay in school. So go to church. Do your studies and get a real job, young fella.
I like that. Don't want to think too far ahead because I know all your focus is on this next fight. But do you have a hit list who you'd like to take on next?
Nah, I'm really not looking through BSD. I knew after the last fight, I'd hope to fight down in the rankings a couple of times, and I'm more than happy to do that. Shatter a couple of people's dreams and then see how things go. But I'm really not looking through BSD. I feel like it's going to be an absolute war. I'm just going out there to put some hurt on. I'm going to get hurt, he's going to get hurt. Yeah, it'll be funny. Like when he gets in there and he's just like, and I'll just start slamming into him and he'll just be like, oh, wow, he's not concerned about his health and safety at all. Then you see like the realization start sinking into their face that you're just like you don't care if you get hurt.
What's your mindset when you step in the ring? Do you have like a switch that goes on? No,
I guess that's the thing about it is that I don't really have to do a switch. Like there's a lot of other fighters that kind of have to go into a zone and kind of melt out. But 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'll put my hand up for a fight. So I don't really have to change too much at all.
I love it, brother. Well, we're pumped. I'm excited. I'm sure you're pumped. Can't wait to watch you go to war. Obviously, Feb 1 here in Sydney. Make sure you check it out here on KO pay-per-view. And all the best, my man.
Party time.
Let's go, baby.